Greetings, minions! Welcome back to Auntie Heather's office. Yes, it's a mess again. See all the stuff over here? Okay, this stuff is actually good mess, though. I know there's not much of a difference, I guess, between good mess and bad mess, but good mess is because these are the remnants of stuff I took to St. Louis Comic-Con, and if you weren't there, oh my god, you missed it. It was amazing, and you should totally be there next year, and if you were there, hi, minions! And we had a lot of fun over in Artist Alley. I had my own booth, and we had tons of fun, and I signed, everything, which is kind of my thing. So anyway, it's been approximately, let me do the math. Yeah, a bazillion years since I vlogged. So I thought I would go ahead and vlog because there's actually a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm going to try to fit it into this tiny little vlog window, but we'll see. First, I have some really awesome stuff to talk about, and then we're going to talk about some serious stuff. If you are triggered by anything, like when it comes to depression or self-harm or anything like that, there will be a point in the video where I want you to stop watching, and I will tell you, okay, now turn it off. But don't worry, because all the cool, like, non-triggery stuff, I'm going to put right here in the beginning, including the next song for the Cemetery Boys soundtrack. So you get all that stuff in the beginning, but then please, if you find that you are triggered by these things, I want you to turn it off and not watch the rest of it. If you are not triggered by these things, please continue to watch it with me. Well, watch it with me. That'd be me watching it, which I guess I could do. Anyway, back to point. We were talking about Comic-Con and the mess and the chaos of the mess in my office, which is making me crazy. I actually have a very good friend named Rachel who runs Sass and Slash, okay? And she's so amazing. She's this incredible makeup artist, and she's an artist of a different sort too. And she made new babies for me. But aren't they cute? Don't they look like they want to eat your soul? I love them so much. And she's amazing. I mean, look at the teeth in here. And I know, I make the stupidest faces. But I love her, and she's incredible. And I want you to go and follow her on Twitter. It is at Sass and Slash, okay? SASSANDSLASH. At Sass and Slash. And Rachel's incredible. Go and follow her, and she has incredible stuff for sale, and I just love her. So I just have to kind of give her props because she gets me. She understands my weird. When I tell her things about, like, my creepy babies, she's, like, excited about it. So, go support her, support an artist, and be cool. Let's see. What other news do I have? We have a new family member in Casa de Brewer. Last night, we adopted a beautiful little calico who looks, well, she looks like she's 3 different cats that were sewn together to make one cat. Like, they only had, like, leftover cat parts. And so we've named her Sally, of course, after Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. And she is gorgeous and beautiful. I don't have her up here right now because our house, we have 3 floors to our house. And right now, she's only allowed downstairs because we're trying to acclimate her to being around the other cats and being in a new space and being with new people. So we have a way that we do that. And generally, they start with 1 floor, and then, eventually they get the entire house. But for a little while, for a couple weeks, she only lives downstairs, so she's not allowed up here with me yet. But soon, and she's a little lover and so cuddly, and you're going to love all the pictures of me, of Sally and all the other kitties. And if you want to see, like, if you totally want to, like, stalk cat pictures, follow me on Instagram. I'm Auntie Heather Brewer, no spaces. And believe me, there will be tons of pictures of Sally because she is so cute. You won't even believe it. But we're going to stop at 4, okay? Stopping at 4 kitties. I figure there are 4 human family members, so 4 kitty family members kind of balances everything. Because, sooner or later the kids will leave, and then Paul and I are outnumbered. And that's okay, because I love them. Let's see. So, let's see. We covered Comic-Con. We covered new kitties. There was something else I wanted to tell you about, and I don't remember what it was. But we'll get back to it. I have more serious stuff to talk to you about. But first, I want to give you the next song. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll give you guys 2, because I think I owe you big time because I've been taking so long between my vlogs. But there's a reason for it, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. Okay, so the last song you had was that one, which I'm not telling you. If you don't know, I am releasing the soundtrack, the official soundtrack for my next book, which comes out early 2015, called The Cemetery Boys. at the end of each vlog, I've been giving one, and I think once I did 2 songs from the soundtrack. So if you want the other songs from the soundtrack, because we're getting down to the end of the soundtrack. Well, I think we're in the middle of the soundtrack right now. And go back, watch my other vlogs, get the songs, download them all, do it in a legal way. Please no piracy, because piracy sucks. It steals from artists and it's not cool, so don't do that stuff, okay? Downloading stuff for free on the internet when the artists say, just don't say that you can, is wrong. Don't do it. So the next song, actually the next 2, because I'm cool like that. Oh, you're going to like this one. This is a really good one. Hang Me Up to Dry by the Cold War Kids, okay? Hang Me Up to Dry by the Cold War Kids. Now, if you, if you're broke, which, a lot of minions are broke. If you're broke, here's something cool you can do. You can go on YouTube and you can search for like official video of Hang Me Up to Dry, Cold War Kids, and you can listen to it for free that way. But don't download anything for free if you're not supposed to be doing it because, once again, not Auntie Heather approved. And the next song is a really good one too. They all are. I love this entire soundtrack. Eyes on Fire by Blue Foundation, okay? So, Hang Me Up to Dry, Cold War Kids, and Eyes on Fire, Blue Foundation. Go, listen, love. We are getting so close. I know it seems like it's been forever since I announced the Cemetery Boys, and it seems like it's taken even longer for the book to come and everything, but very, very soon I'm sure we're going to have ARCs to give away, and we're going to be able to talk about it more, and it's driving me crazy because I am actually sitting on some really amazing news that I can't share with you, but yay! So, yay, party for me. And party for you later. But right now we're going to get to some serious stuff and stop being so goofy. Oh, wait. Oh, that was the thing I was going to tell you. I got a new tattoo. Yes, let me see if I can show it to you. It is a heart stitched together with a J and an A on it for Jacob and Alexandria. Jacob and Alexandria, of course, are my children. And the heart is stitched together because they keep me together. They make me whole. And now we're going to start talking about some serious stuff. So if you are triggered by such things, depression and cutting and anything like that, I want you to shut off the video now. And you're not going to miss anything, I promise, because the stuff that you're going to miss is not going to be good for you, and I don't want you to hurt. But if you're not triggered by such things and you want to talk about those things, then stay. Okay. Everybody here that wants to see it? Okay. So I've been going through some really serious stuff lately. For my entire life, I've suffered with depression and anxiety, and I've had some issues. And I've tried everything under the sun, everything to help myself and to, kind of work through those things. And nothing has been working. And this past year became a very, very dark time for me. And I actually got to the point where I made a very wise decision. And I sought help. I am now seeing a wonderful psychiatrist. I call her Dr. V. She's cool. She's great. She listens to me. And she's a very smart lady. And believe me, if anybody says, you shouldn't be taking medication, you should try all these other things. I have tried all those other things, and none of them worked for me. I don't believe that medication is always the answer for everyone, but I do believe that some people do require medication. So I am currently taking medication now for my depression, my anxiety, and my OCD, which I'm going to talk a little bit about here. The depression and the anxiety, it's really interesting because I've always thought that, I'm so great at hiding this, nobody has any idea that I have these things. And hiding it, that's not good. It's not a healthy way to be, but it turns out I'm really crappy at hiding it because my husband's like, no, I've totally known the entire time you're going through these things. So, So, the medication, though, I've been on for about 6 weeks now, and it is working. I won't say that everything is like sunshine and roses and rainbows appear and there are sparkles and I'm just happy all the time. But, I definitely noticed some differences. The funny thing about depression is this. People seem to have this strange idea that if you're a depressed person, you must frown all the time and cry all the time and just lay around all the time and not do anything. And they don't realize that a depressed person can be much like myself. A lot of people would wonder if I suffered from depression, because I am generally a very upbeat person. I do smile, I do laugh, I do crack jokes, I am up. But depression for me is a very kind of that, it rots away at your insides. You know what I mean? Like, if you know, when you get an apple and you bite into it and you're like, oh, that apple's gonna be so great. And then you realize that the inside's got some disgusting stuff in it. You know, there's a worm or there's something like that. That's what depression is for me. The outside's all fine, but the inside is having some issues. And so for me, my depression and my anxiety and my OCD all kind of feed each other, and it just becomes this huge mess. You know, I worry about a lot of things, and I have a lot of issues, but I'm managing those issues now. And I wanted to let you minions know that in large part it was you that drove me to go and to seek medical help. And I really appreciate it, because there were several of you that had decided to go in and to seek medical help and had convinced me that, you know what, it's time. It's time for me to get on medication and give it a try, because what's the worst that can happen? And so I went in and I got on medicine, and I take it every single day, and I'm seeing a difference. I feel lighter. And I was at a very, very dark point earlier this year. A very dark point. I actually was wondering if I was actually going to see 2014. Well, to be honest, I actually knew I wasn't going to see 2014. But now I am looking forward to 2015 and 2016 and 2020 and 25 million. I know that's not a year, but you know, things are changing for me, and I'm taking care of myself. And I'm asking you, if you have depression, if you have anxiety, if you have anything like that, if you're self-harming at all, please go in and get help. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. It's mental health. It's just like your brain has a cold. You go in and you treat it, and it's going to be okay. And I know that it's scary. When I first went in, I go in to talk to Dr. V, and the thing I was most terrified to talk to her about was my depression. Turns out that was the easiest thing to talk about. I sobbed like a baby when I was talking about my OCD issues, which are really silly. Well, I mean, I don't want to say OCD is silly, but I think that my OCD is silly. If you want to know what my OCD is, here's what it is. My OCD presents itself connected to time. I have a compulsion to like touch a doorknob or something like that. If I don't touch that doorknob within a set amount of time, like if I don't touch that doorknob in the next 5 seconds, a family member of mine will die. I know, it's silly, but it's all connected with time. If I don't get to my desk in the next 10 seconds, you know, this is going to happen. If I don't get to this table in this many seconds, this is going to happen. And so my OCD is all connected with time for some strange reason. And I'm still working on that, and it's very difficult for me. But of depression, anxiety, and OCD, that is the easiest thing for me. The most difficult, I would say, is my anxiety, because my anxiety feeds my depression, and they just go back and forth, and it's just this tornado. But I have a lot of social anxiety, and a lot of people don't realize that too, but the medication is definitely helping that. I'm getting to the point where I don't, usually if I'm getting ready to go out and be with friends, you know, I cry on the way there, and I freak out days before, and it's like horrible and awful, and then I'm with my friends and I can't enjoy it, and I'm just afterwards so glad that it's over. And that's such a horrible thing, because they're my friends and I want to be with them. But my anxiety prevents me from enjoying it. So now with the medication, I'm finding that I'm able to enjoy it, and things are getting better for me. So I want you to, if you have any of these issues at all, I want you to go in and I want you to get help and talk to a doctor about it, because there's no shame. Ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in your game, minion. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people need help. You know what? Some people can't see. They get glasses. Some people, they have a hard time standing on their feet a lot. They get orthopedic inserts. Some people have weird brain stuff, and they get medication, and it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm really tired of people acting like there is something wrong with it. You know, don't throw around phrases like man, the weather's so bipolar. It's like, you know what? Some people are bipolar. You know, don't be like, God, I'm so depressed because I got a D on that test. You know, depression's a real thing. So, you know, have some respect. Take care of each other, especially yourselves. So that's about all the rambling I think I'm going to do. If you have any questions about anxiety, depression, OCD, my experiences, I am always available to talk about it, and I am being very open about it because I feel like the accountability is what's keeping me alive. The accountability and the medication. And my wonderful, wonderful family, without whom, you know, who knows. So please reach out to someone, reach out to me, reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, and reach out to a doctor and talk to someone and get help, because there is help out there. And I'm telling you, I'm standing on the other side of that tunnel. And while I'm still there, I can still feel the darkness around me. It's looking pretty good, minions. I always tell my husband that depression is like a monster that perches on my shoulder all the time. It never leaves. And some days the monster whispers, and some days the monster screams. But he's whispering a lot less these days. And I think it's because I stood up and got myself help. I stood up for myself. So you stand up for you. So right now, I want you all to remember something. Be good. Be safe. Auntie Heather loves you.